we need to get back out there.
There have been many sightings over the years, going back hundreds of years. Native Americans used to see them.
Is Bigfoot real?
Yes, I believe that there's something, what people formerly called Bigfoot. I believe that there's something out there, something very real.
Back again for the relaunch of the Seeking the Truth Bigfoot. We have been away for a while on this. You know, the last episode we had some pretty compelling footage. Not going to sit here and tell you need to believe what you saw. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it, give your own opinion of it. After months of sort of dissecting it and rewatching it and talking about it, all we're going to comment on it is that there was something going on. We're not sure, but we're not going to sit here and say that definitively this is what happened or that what happened. So we put it away for a while. We really kind of sat back and looked at ourselves and what we've been doing. And we still feel like we've kind of gone at this sort of half-cocked.
Yeah.
And we really are looking to really get into this and get back into it, get on track, and really find the truth of what's going on.
It takes a lot of investment, man. We're not even talking just time, but resources and
research, all that stuff. You know?
And it takes a lot.
Yeah, you know, that was an expedition that we had planned, and it didn't go according to plan.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we did hear something. There was something going on. So sometimes that happens by accident. So, but we've got some interesting stuff planned for this. Like I said, we're going to come back and we're going to hit it hard. You know, we've definitely got hopefully at least one expedition planned in the coming weeks and months. Possibly another one.
We do have a contact reached out and explained a encounter is what I would call it.
Possible
experience, definitely an experience that this individual had. There is some, not of the actual experience itself, but post-experience footage that has been shared. Don't know if we're going to actually...
we don't have the footage yet.
Right.
And we are working with this person if we're allowed to use this footage
Correct.
or not.
Yeah.
We may or may not be able to. If we are, you will definitely see this. There will be no names and no locations. We're going to keep that all anonymous to protect the person of interest in this. But I will say that this person of interest is a very level-headed person, and it's very hard not to believe what he has said he experienced. So we are hoping to gracefully and respectfully sort of dive into what had happened, possibly on location, possibly with footage. There will be no interviews. There'll be no, like I said, no names, but hopefully we will have some sort of a timeline of what had happened, some footage, possibly some location stuff. If we're graciously allowed to go down there, maybe see if we can find something. But that's something exciting, and if we're not allowed to, we're just going to have to move on. We do have another expedition planned somewhere out in, maybe the southeast Texas. There's been a lot of sightings out there. Early next year, we are looking to go back on location to what had happened to us before and go deeper down there. So we have some interesting stuff going on. There's obviously some information that we'd like to share, like we were earlier in the series.
Yes.
So this is definitely a revamp. We said we're going to revamp it, and we did. We went out on location and got some interesting stuff, but then we kind of sat back and said, what exactly are we doing? And this, from a contact, kind of fell into our laps and got us reinvigorated. So we're looking to get out there, and we're looking to really hit this thing hard.
Yeah, and with anything you talk about research details and history of this phenomenon, And with anything, you have the pioneers. You know, you have Pattersons and the Gimlins, but guys who did, those guys, they weren't amateurs necessarily, but they sort of stumbled upon this.
Yeah.
I think Roger Patterson, he did have some interest before the actual filming, but there's 4 key pioneers that that I'm aware of from various sectors of life, various professions and whatnot, and they call them like the 4 horsemen of the 4 key people, pioneers of Sasquatch, Bigfoot. And that was something we were talking about bringing up here soon. In regards to location shooting, the thing about it is, sometimes you may not have, again, the resource of time, wherewithal to travel to Tibet or something, or even in the continental 48 states. But the thing about going back to places you've even already been is that you're more used to that territory, you're more familiar with that territory, and the more likely you go back to the same place, in my opinion anyway, and I'm sure you probably agree, this increases the likelihood of something happening.
Yeah, and we got a little more equipment this time, a little better lighting, we hope, maybe some more camera angles. So we're hoping to shoot this a little better, not just one person where you can barely see something.
Right.
And that's why, again, we're not going to dissect this other video. It is what it is. You leave your opinions on it. You don't think we saw anything or heard anything. That's your opinion. And you may be right, because like I said, it was dark and we didn't have the proper equipment. We want to go out there with, obviously we're not going to have the greatest equipment in the world, but we're going to have better equipment. And we've been to certain places. We want to go back to certain places. We want to shoot things different. We want to go at different times and just see what we can find. So like I said, this is a revamp of this. Hopefully in the next episode, we will have some footage to share, a post of the experience, but it will definitely, hopefully, open that door to maybe we can get down there and check some out. And obviously we have, some other locations we want to check out, and then obviously go back to where we shot the last footage of the video.
Yeah, we're in, and the thing about it is, we really are in a great location.
Oh, yeah.
Some people would say, "Oh, are you kidding me? You're in Texas." Well, do the research. Southeastern Oklahoma, Arkansas. Southwestern Arkansas, northwestern Louisiana, and then us here in Texas, northeast Texas. It really is a great center of activity. You don't always have to go to the Northwest.
No, and like we said the last time we sort of revamped this, we really only scratched the surface, and we're ready to get in the thick of it now.
Yes, sir.
So we want you to join us on this. Look out for more Bigfoot episodes to come, and continue to search for the truth.